on target number 2, we have Lorana Bassi from Italy as well. So both archers in this gold medal match are from Italy. So as you can see, the longbows are much different than the compound and recurve bows that you just saw. They're a much more primitive style bow. They have no sight, no release, no rest. So this is really just the definition of an archer and their bow. In my opinion, this style archery is much more challenging because they don't have any release aids. They do not have sights that they can adjust or aim with. So they shoot a lot of what's called instinctive style. And it's very, very challenging. So I'm interested to see how this gold final plays out. So we have Venturi leading off on target 2. Oh, I lied. We have Bassi leading off on target 2. And it is a 6 to start. A 4 for Venturi, her first arrow of the match. A 7 for Bassi's second arrow, this first end. So you saw she started to draw, that she actually let up to reset her shot. And she was not happy with it. It's a 2 or 3, it looks to me like it will be a 3. And another 6 from Bassi on target 2. And a 4 for Venturi on target 1. So there you have it. There's our first end of this match. As you guys can see, this style of archery is much more challenging, again in my opinion, than the first 2 that we witnessed earlier.
I admire this type of shooting, huh? Instinctive, just pull back and then relatively take as, best aim as you can and let it go.
Yeah.
You still have to execute a good shot to hit the target, but it's very interesting.
Not only do they not have sights, I did explain that a minute ago, but recurve archers have what's called a clicker, so it does help them at least have consistent draw length on their shots to ensure, better consistency. And so these longbow archers don't have that either. So not only do they not have a sight, but they also have to be extremely consistent with how far they draw the bow.
Yeah, it's very, very difficult to pull back to the same location every time, and also have the correct aim to be able to hit the same spot consistently.
I feel like everyone's probably played around in their shop with a longbow a time or two, and it is challenging.
Yeah, it is definitely. Very traditional style of archery that dates way back. And as you can see, it's still around today, and there are a lot of individuals that prefer this style or this method.
It's very simplistic.
Yes. There's a 7 for Miss Venturi.
Nine points
9
for
points.
Bassi on
Nice.
target 2. It's a good arrow.
Both ladies look like they've done this a time or two.
You can tell she was not happy with that arrow. That is a 3 from Venturi on target 1. And a 2 from Bassi, as she also looks a little unhappy with that shot. I will say that both of these women are letting us see their emotions, which is kind of cool. And a 6 from Venturi on target 1.
Nice shot.
Yep. And an 8 from Bassie on target 2.
Yeah, that's much like the recurves. There's no let off on the weight that we are accustomed with compound bows. So whatever weight they pull is what they're holding. So it could be very difficult depending on how much poundage they're pulling. The bows are made specifically for whatever poundage they want to pull. So it's may not look as high tech as some of the compounds and recurves that we've seen with sights and stabilizers and clickers and all that good stuff, but it's still a highly customized bow for these archers. I cannot tell for sure or not, and I'm not familiar with their classification guidelines, but both arrows appear to be wood.
Yes.
And that may be
part
of their regulations for competition is that they have to shoot the traditional wooden arrow as well.
So
first up
Bassie's.
will be Miss Venturi on target 1.
So we have a 5 from Venturi on target 1. Oh, 10 points from Bassie on target 2.
It's a great shot.
Two points for Venturi.
I think she knew before it hit the target that it was not on path.
Also a 2 from Bassie on target 2. So no harm, no foul on that one. 3 points for Venturi on target 1.
She definitely wears her emotions on her sleeve. She lets us know.
And a 6. And that will let Bassie walk away with the gold medal.
Wins six set points to 0. And Adele Venturi will be your silver medalist. Both ladies from Italy.
It's always exciting to watch the longbow matches because it is so challenging. You never know what to expect, and so
right.
It keeps you on your toes. You know, both archers gave it a heck of a run out there.
I think both archers, based off of their emotions, were a little nervous as well. So it doesn't only affect the highest level archers out there or the top divisions, but it trickles down to all divisions. And it's, I guess, just being in front of a crowd maybe, or...
Yeah, it's just a whole different setting with the alternating time clock. There's a big screen to the side of you where you see yourself, and
you're shooting arrow for arrow as opposed to just, shooting at your own.
And there's a crowd that's cheering. There's an announcer that's announcing their every arrow so they know exactly where they are after every single shot as far as cumulative score for that end. So it's just a whole different ball game from how we qualify leading up to this finals venue. They're bringing out the coaches now for the next match.
Should be the Longbow Men, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so on target number 1, we'll have Calvin Smock from the USA. And Marco Pontremolesi from Italy will be on target number 2.
Calvin is going to lead us off here on this match. Starting on target number 1.
shot by Calvin. 9 points.
It's a great start to this match.
Also a 9 for Marco.
7 points for Calvin. 6 points for Marco on target 2. 8 points for Calvin on target 1. He did not look happy, but it was still a good shot. 10 points for Marco on target 2. Good finish. So unofficially, that would put Marco 2 set points up on Calvin after this first end. You can see Calvin's coach there is John Demmer III, who is a barebow legend in our parts of the world. He's a pretty awesome person to have standing in your box. So Calvin Smock is going to start us off, heading into this second end.
So target 1, Calvin will be shooting first. Looks like a 7.
It's a 9 from Marco on target 2. 7. Another 7 from Calvin on target 1.
7 for Marco. 2-point lead so far.
7. And another 7 for Calvin on target 1.
8. And an 8 for Marco. So it appears that Marco takes a 4 set point lead over Calvin Smock. 24-21 that ends.
So Calvin
He shot a lot of arrows in the gold, has Marco.
Yes, yeah, he has.
Pretty impressive with the longbow. No sights, no stabilizers,
It's very
no
impressive.
clickers.
No, it's just all about the archer and their bow, and so consistency truly is key with this style of archery. So to continue shooting, Calvin cannot let Marco win this set. A tie will force another set, or if Calvin is able to win this next set. But if Marco does win this next set, then he will walk away with the gold medal.
Calvin will shoot first on target number 1.
That is a 4 from Calvin.
Didn't look like a very good shot. He wasn't happy with that at all.
No, you can see it on his face. He's looking back at his coach.
Dead center 10.
10 points from Marco on target 2.
It's a big shot.
A 3 from Calvin on target 1. That was a 5 from Calvin on target 1. 9 points. Wow, what an end.
That is pretty impressive. 27 points. And he'll win in the minimum. 6 set points to 0. And Marco will be your gold medalist. Calvin will win the silver.
Very impressive shooting from Marco here today. And in his home country. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think he put on a show for the hometown crowd there as they were really involved in his exceptional shooting there.
Yes.
A lot of arrows in the gold, and that is impressive with the longbow instinctively.
It's always good to have the support of the crowd on your side and the cheering to help keep you ramped up throughout the match. Congratulations to both archers. That was some impressive shooting.
I think we're going to go on to barebow now. Should be the barebow women's gold medal final. And again, it looks like 3 of the 4 semifinalists were Italians and 1 American. The bronze medal match that was earlier today was Eleonora Strobe winning 6-2 over Fawn Gerard of the USA. And now we'll go to the gold medal match featuring 2 additional Italian archers fighting it out for the gold medal. Listen. Congratulations. Yep. Now we're in the medal ceremonies for the longbow women.
It is an all-Italian podium.
Yes. Top 4 ladies were Italian. Paola Sacchetti is your bronze medalist.
Stelle Venturi is your silver medalist. Luana Bassi is going to be your gold medalist here this weekend at the Roma Archery Trophy. What's that? So up next, we're going to have the medal ceremony for our Longbow men. So while you were away, they announced that True Bow and Excel are now the new title sponsor for the Roma Archery Trophy event. So that's pretty exciting.
Yes, very exciting. Be the title sponsor for the next several years. Try to grow this event even more.
All right, here come our Longbow men. Your bronze medalist here this weekend is Giuliano Folletti. Your silver medalist here this weekend is Calvin Smock.
Marco Pontremolosi.
Is your gold medalist here this weekend of the Roma Archery Trophy.
Congratulations to all longbow archers. That was some great shooting, men and women.
Yeah, it was really cool to get to watch those matches.
Yeah, that's not normally something we see, but they added that at this event to the oblige of a lot of Italian archers right here in their home country.
Yeah, like you said, it's not something we see often, but I think it was definitely interesting to watch.
Yeah, I think it'll get a lot more attention and maybe encourage folks that shoot this style to try it out.
So this should wrap up the medal ceremonies for our longbow archers, and we should be heading into our barebow.
That is correct.
Now.
Barebow women. And here come the coaches, so we'll be underway momentarily.
Cinzia Nozilia from Italy
She'll be on target.
will be on
number
target 1.
And Sarah Giustini on target number 2. And we'll get this match underway. So the barebow division is a more modern recurve. You can see they've got a lot of weight in the riser, as well as aluminum arrows, carbon arrows, anything they desire. Where we saw in the longbow division earlier, it was a more traditional wooden arrow. Still no sights, no clickers.
So Cinzia is going to start us off on target 1.
Nice shot there. 10 points. Notice the archers are using their eye to kind of sight down the arrow.
7 points from Sarah on target 2. 9 points. You saw her actually take a breath mid-draw and pause on that shot. 10 points from Sarah. Great arrow.
Seven points for Cinzia. And a 7 for Sarah. So it looks like Cinzia with a 26-24 win in that set. They take a 2-0 set point lead over Sarah.
That was a great first end from both archers.
You'll notice that both ladies that we're witnessing here, they count the number of strands that they come down on their bowstring, and that gives them an idea of where they want to start their hold with their finger tab. That ensures it's going to be the same,
Height?
approximately the same height, on the bowstring every time.
Yeah, that's the closest thing they have to being able to set their sight.
Yes, yep. Target number 2, Sarah, will start us off here in this second end. shot with 9 points.
Cinzia with a 10 on target 1. Solid shot.
Eight points for Sarah on target number 2.
Eight points for Cinzia on target 1.
And 7 points for Sarah for a total of 24 points. 7 or better, and Cinzia will take this set.
And it's a 9.
So she will take a 4-0 lead over Sarah. Again, we could have a quick match here. One more match in Cinzia's favor will end this gold medal match. So we'll wait on the scores to be confirmed and see what's left.
So it appears that we're going to have an all-Italian podium. Fawn Gerard was 4th from the USA, which was awesome to see, but evidently Italy's going to take the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd spot regardless of the outcome of this match.
Yes, Eleonora Strobi defeated Fawn earlier today for the bronze medal. Eleonora is from Italy as well. And now we're going to begin this 3rd set.
And the pressure's on Sarah as this set starts because she cannot let Cinzia win this set.
If she wants to continue, she's got to put the pressure on.
She opened with a 7.
Nice shot.
Beautiful arrow from Cinzia. X10. Solid shot. Another X. Awesome from Sarah.
She's not given up yet. Nice shot.
Wow, 9 points. Cinzia on target 1. And another 7 from Sarah on target 2.
Perfect height on all 3 arrows there.
Yes, just a little bit right and left, but her height was like perfect. And a
Nice
9 from
group.
Cinzia. What an incredible final end. Cinzia Marziglia will be your gold medalist here at the Roma Archery Trophy.
Sarah Gustini will be your silver medalist. And we will see them both a little bit later on the podium. Congratulations to both Barebow women archers.
Up next, we will have our Barebow men. We actually have one archer from Spain and another archer from Norway. So this will be one of our first matches without an Italian archer.
Mm-hmm. So archer number 1 will be David Garcia Fernandez.
Stieg Garon Berget is going to be our other archer on target number 2.
So Steet will shoot first on target number 2. About to get underway. Steet with the 9 points.
Just off the 10.
Very good shot.
Great opening arrow.
David on target number 1, 8 points.
It's also a good opening arrow. Points.
Nine points for Mr. Fernandez.
Five points for Stieg. Nice final arrow, that set.
7 for David. 24-22. David takes set 1. He leads 2-0.
I definitely admire the archers that shoot these style bows just because it is such a challenging format. I know I definitely prefer sights and all the extras to help, so it's always interesting to get to watch them take it back, keep it simple, and just have a guy in his bow.
So the scores have been confirmed, and Steve will shoot first on target number 2.
David will have a 2 set point advantage after the first end.
Steve is up first. Nine points. Very nice shot.
David follows up with a 6 on target 1.
Seven points for Stieg.
9 points for David. So only a 1 point difference heading into their final arrow of this set.
Nice shot by Stieg for a 10. So he will win this set because David cannot shoot 11, so we will be tied 2-2. David shoots a 9. So 26-24, Stieg will take the second set, and we will have a tie match at 2 set points each. scores are confirmed. I think this has the making of being pretty exciting.
Yeah, this seems to be a pretty fair match from both archers. So because Stieg led us off on the first end, now that both archers are tied, he will actually lead us off again. And I think I just...
Correct. Stieg has the green light.
Okay. I was like, maybe I was wrong.
8 points for Stieg.
And also 8 points from David.
Points, possibly a 10 for Stieg on the second arrow there on target 2.
And also 9 points for David on target 1. Both archers are potentially tied at 17, but very close going into this last arrow.
Next shot, 9 points.
And a 10 from David
Nice
on target
10X.
1. Great
So
grouping
we
from
could
both
have a
men.
tie here.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Stieg has that one arrow. It's close to the 10 line. The judge called it a 9, more than likely a 10. That's why you see the asterisk next to the 9. So we'll see what the official judges call it down at the target. We could have a potential 3-3 tie or a 4-2 score in favor of David. And we do have a tie. 27 points for both archers and a 3-3 tie. So
And what an incredible score of 27 points for both Barebow men. They're definitely putting on the show.
incredible shooting.
Stieg is going to lead us off again because, as we said, both archers are tied, 3 set points. He leads off with an 8.
David Garcia with 9 points.
Seven points for Steve on target 2.
Points. Currently 18 to 15 with 1 arrow each remaining.
And 10
Ooh,
points
nice.
for Steve. It's a great shot.
8 or better is needed here. And a 10 for David Garcia, giving him 2 additional set points, taking a 5-3 lead in this gold medal Barebow men's final.
So heading into this next end, if the men tie, then the win will go to David. So for Stieg to continue shooting, he's going to have to outright win the next set to keep this match alive and force a shoot-off.
Going into this 5th set, Stieg will lead off, needing a outright win to continue shooting. And Stieg shoots a 10x, great shot.
It's a great shot to start off this set. David leads off with a 10 as well.
Wow. Not to be outdone at all in this first arrow of the 5th set.
And 7. With Stieg's second arrow.
Eight for David. 1 point advantage, David. 1 arrow remaining. And a must win for Stieg. X.
Beautiful X.
Awesome shot.
That's all he could do on that shot. Let's wait to see how
So
David
a 9 or
does.
10, and David will be your gold medalist. And it's an 8. So, shoot off.
Our third shoot-off of the day.
I told you this would be exciting.
You are not wrong. They are keeping us on our toes.
27-26, Stieg, Johan Berge takes this 5th set and ties the match. So we will have a new target and a 1 arrow shoot off. Closest to the center.
Both archers are back smiling, laughing with their coaches. You can tell they're having a good time.
Ready for that last arrow. Stieg will shoot first in the 1 arrow shoot off, followed by David Garcia Fernandez. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The gold medal shoot-off for the Barebow men's division.
So it all comes down to this 1 arrow.
Better make it count, huh?
Yeah. It's a lot of pressure on one shot after all the arrows that you shot all weekend, qualifying, and then all the matches to get
He's
here.
running the time down real quick. You better hurry up.
Yeah, he knocked his arrow off the string. Oh, no. And a 2 from Stieg.
I think he knocked upside down and had to redo it and didn't have enough time to
And a solid
to
shot
get it done
from
without.
David with a 9.
So David will take the gold medal. 9 points to Stieg's 2 points. Could have been a little nerves. Could have been just lack of attention to detail. I don't know there, but I do know that he had a hard time getting the arrow off the bowstring and then flipped around to the correct side. I believe it was knocked incorrectly, but I cannot confirm that. But it did run the clock down. You can tell it's not a lot of time.
No, there's not a lot of room for error shooting this style format in the finals venue, but he had a great match out there.
It was a great
Both
comeback.
archers did, yeah. And he was able to get the arrow knocked back on the string and shot before the buzzer.
Yes,
So.
yeah, he got some points, so that was great. Great effort.
Yes, I have seen matches where archers don't get their arrows off, so
Yes.
to have something like that happen and recover is a good thing.
And we will prepare now for the medal ceremonies for both the Barebow Women and Barebow Men's divisions here at the Indoor World Series Roma Archery Trophy, third stage of the Indoor World Series in Rome, Italy. And we promise you there's much more excitement to come with the senior compound men and women's gold final matches, as well as the recurve men and women final matches. So the Barebow Women's Division is up first, and we will have all of our medalists join us.
As we mentioned before, this is an all-Italian podium.
So, the bronze medalist has been announced in Eleonora Strobe from Italy. The silver medalist,
Sarah Gustini of Italy.
and your gold medalist, Cinzia Nosiglia. As she receives the ceremonial ring that they're presenting to all gold medalists. That got Paige's attention here beside me.
That's awesome. I didn't know that they were doing that. Do you know if it's custom made?
I do not. I just heard that there was a ring that they were presenting to all the gold medalists.
Well,
Maybe one of our friends will win one and we'll get to check it out.
Hopefully, we'll get to check one of those out after this is over.
You do?
I'm eating it. I know.
So now we will start the compound.
The compound women.
Women.
So I'm particularly excited for this match.
Yeah, I bet so. Paige, who was our number 5 qualifier, weren't you?
Yeah.
And you were eliminated by which one of these archers?
I was actually eliminated by, is it Mariah? She's actually...
Maria?
Maria?
Skolna?
Yep. So she's actually here in this gold medal final.
Well, I was eliminated by Braden Galantine, and he's in the gold medal final. So,
now, I did tell
we
her
have something in common.
I did tell her when she beat me, hey, if you're going to beat me, then you better go all the way.
You better go win,
and
yes.
she did it.
So we have the fresh faces hung, and we have the compound women gold final coming up here shortly. After the Barebow Men
We
award
might have
ceremony.
jumped the gun a little bit,
Yeah,
guys.
we did.
My bad. I'll take the blame for that one.
I forgot all about him. I apologize. So, let's pull this up. Our bronze medalist is from Sweden. The Swedish archer Erik Jonsson defeated John Dimmer III from USA 7-3 in the bronze medal match. Erik Jonsson has been announced from Sweden as your bronze medalist. And in the shoot-off we just witnessed, the silver and gold medalist.
So Stig Brand-Berget is your silver medalist here this weekend, the Roma Trophy. And the difference between gold and silver all came down to one arrow.
Yes, one arrow. As often as it does, you know, one arrow, 1 millimeter. It's always the slimmest of margins generally that it comes down to.
That's what makes this sport so challenging.
And David Garcia Fernandez with the gold medal from Spain.
Congratulations to all of our Barebow men this weekend.
now we can prepare for the compound women's final. As we jumped the gun earlier.
My bad.
Both ladies are ready to go, and we're just waiting for World Archery to get us going here. But this ought to be a good match. We'll go through what's happened here for both of these ladies to get here. It'll be Maria Shkolna on target 1. And Alexis Ruiz on target number 2. Alexis representing Team USA. And Maria Shkolna is
representing Luxembourg.
Luxembourg, yes.
That was actually the location of one of our previous Indoor World Cups. Is that what they're calling it now? What are they calling it now?
Indoor World Series events.
Series,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. In the previous matches, Maria Shkolna defeated Suna Lisveland of Norway for 145-141 to reach the gold medal match. And Alexis Ruiz defeated Yun Sung Song 147-143. So Sunava Lisveland and Yu So Song from Korea met in the bronze medal match earlier, where Sunava Lisveland of Norway defeated Yu Sung Song 147-146. So we will see Suna Lisveland on the podium after this compound match. And it will be with Alexis and Maria. But we have yet to determine what medal Alexis and Maria will get, which we're about to do now. And the coaches are entering the field now, so we'll get this underway shortly. On target number 1, Maria Shkolna from Luxembourg.
She shot very strong all day. I met her second match. I know her first match was 148 or 147, and then in our match she was able to shoot a 148. I know she had some higher scores throughout all the rest of the matches, so she had a very strong day.
And Alexis Ruiz has been announced for target number 2, who I know shot 150 today in the matches.
She shot very strong all day. I want to say her lowest match was like a 146 all day, so.
It's pretty stout.
Yeah, she had a strong performance.
Alexis will shoot first on target 2, followed by Maria. Alexis is shooting an Elite Doinker stabilizer. She's got an Excel sight and scope. Easton Arrows, true ball release. Maria is shooting a MyBow, Excel sight, stand release, and Easton Arrows.
Alexis is no stranger to a finals venue. She was able to win the last leg of the Indoor World Series in Macau.
She starts out with a 10 here. Yeah, she went to Macau, but she was not in Luxembourg, so this is her second appearance.
9 points from Maria,
I think. Yep. Alexis with a 10.
Another 10. Good shot.
Alexis is shooting a back tension release, and Maria shooting a thumb activated. 10 points.
Solid shooting. Nine points. A little bit longer hold there from Alexis than her first two shots.
Let's see if Maria can capitalize here to tie the match. Looks like a 9, so Alexis will have a 1-point lead. Again, we're back to the outright scoring, and the winner, high score, will win, as opposed to the set points as we've seen previously in the previous matches. So it'll be 29-28 Alexis leads by 1 point.
And this is a very small size 10 ring that both of these archers are shooting. Well,
Yeah,
compound
probably
archers.
what, a little bit larger than a nickel, I would say.
Yeah,
An American
probably
nickel
say
coin.
about that same size, probably.
Yep. Alexis also was the Vegas champion last year, so she's going to be defending that title coming up this next year in February.
She's had a very good season.
Yeah, she's developed into quite an athlete.
Well, I know she puts the time in, that's for sure.
And with that is definitely, we know what that, that ultimately pays off for the archers that have that kind of time to put in. It definitely works great.
Yep, practice makes perfect. That statement could not be more true. So Maria's going to start us off on target number 1.
Maria has got her boyfriend in the coach's box, Pitt Klein from Luxembourg. He's a recurve archer.
And Alexis has Mel Nichols from the USA in her coaching box today. Ten points.
Inside out for Maria. That's a great shot.
Ten points from Alexis.
Very nice.
Nine points.
Just a little bit left. Could be nerves. Generally left, for a right-handed archer in this kind of situation might be the nerves. A 10 for Alexis.
$10 points for Maria on target 1.
10 here, and Alexis will take a 2-point lead. Alexis seems like one of those archers that you don't want to give too big of a lead to, because she seems to know to, she can definitely pour the pressure on you.
Yeah, no, once she has the lead, she's going to continue to run with it. So yeah. Maria's going to have to.
I saw that
together.
First last year in Vegas in the shoot-off. It was amazing, the position that she was put in or put herself in, and what she did to come out with that victory. That was pretty amazing.
And
shooting all those
young
tens
too, and so she handles the pressure so well. It's been awesome to watch her improve over the last few seasons, but she's really come a long way. Handling this pressure's not easy, and to be, missed one baby X with 6 arrows in on your gold medal final is not an easy feat.
I don't think the nerves are an issue anymore. I think they're settling in, and the scores have been confirmed, and Alexis has a 59 to Maria's 57. So, Maria will be up first on target number 1, starting this third end.
$9 points, just off at 7 o'clock, and again, a little bit of a long hold for her on that shot.
$10 points for Alexis, same hole. She's doing the same thing on that particular face every time. Another 9 for Maria to the left.
Another 10 for Alexis.
I think this is setting up just how Alexis would like it to set up. Shooting that bow very well.
She's got a 4-point lead currently. 1 arrow left on this end.
And another 9 for Maria. Straight low on that shot. So this could be additional 3-point.
9 points from Alexis, just off, very close.
Very close, yeah. So 2 points additional to the 2-point lead she had. So she'll take an 88-84 lead over Maria Skolna. It's a pretty big hill to climb, you know, with this in this type or this style of archery.
It is.
At this caliber.
I've seen it done, but with the 2 archers that we have in this match, I can't imagine Alexis faltering that much, but
that's why we shoot the arrows, huh?
Yeah. Stranger things have happened, but yeah, on compound archery, when someone walks away with a 4-point lead, it's very, very tough to catch up. So
yes, yep.
Maria's going to have to throw down a couple 30s and see what Alexis comes back with, if she has any chance of coming back fighting for this gold medal.
Alexis was the number 2 seed of all the ladies that qualified on Friday and Saturday. Maria Skolna was number 12 seed. She was the lowest seed to make it into the medal matches. As kind of a little idea of where the ladies started. Basically doesn't really matter as long as you make the head-to-heads.
And in
you
indoor,
could end up here.
everyone is so close, you know, dropping just a couple points here or there, that the spread from 1st to 12th is not very much.
Correct, yeah. Looks like a 9
9
for
points
Maria.
for Maria. Ten points for Alexis, and that same hole again on that first target.
Got a very clean target, top to bottom. Ten points.
Good shot from Maria.
$10 points for Alexis, the bottom of the 10. Looks to be about a third of a shaft in.
9 points for Maria.
So potentially 2 more points onto that lead for Alexis. And she shoots a
Another
9,
nine.
so it'll be 1 point. 117-112 with 1 in to go. 5-point lead.
I know that Alexis trains very hard for match play just like this, and so this is something that I know that she works at home, that she practices, and it's showing here today.
Yeah, I think so too.
I know she trains with Mel back in the States in Arizona, and she works very hard and puts in the time and a lot of hours, and it's finally paying off for her.
Alexis is shooting I believe it's a Victory 37 elite bow. Looks like the shorter of the 2 victories, but she's shooting it very well, I must say.
Yes, she is.
To qualify number 2 and run the table to make it to this gold medal match and now have a 5-point lead. Doing very well. And like I mentioned, I know she's at least shot 150 today in her head-to-head matches. And I believe her match to get to the gold medal, she shot a 147.
Yes.
Yes, she shot a 150 against Tanya Jensen of Denmark, who shot a 146, which is a respectable score of its own.
Yep, so this is our last end here for the compound women. Let's see if Maria can put together 3 strong arrows. She starts off with the 9, just off the 10.
$10 points for Alexis.
Such a strong target.
Yep,
on that
half
first.
a shaft in, 12 o'clock. I don't think she missed the X once on, or the 10 once on that target.
No, most of them were pretty much in the same hole.
10
Good 10
points.
points for Maria. 10 points for Alexis.
Right at the top of that one as well.
1 arrow to go in this gold medal final. She was down to 1 second on that shot.
Yeah, I saw her. She was running out of steam there.
Final arrow for Alexis of this match is a 10.
Very nice.
She finishes up, and Alexis Ruiz is going to be your gold medal finalist for the Roma Archery Trophy with an incredible score of 147.
Yes, that's a awesome display of shooting there. 147, her last 2 matches of the day. And she has now won 2 stages of this Indoor World Series. She will be in Nîmes and she will be in Vegas, so I'm sure she'll be doing well on those 2 events as well. So congratulations, Alexis Ruiz, your gold medalist, and Maria Szkolna of Luxembourg, your silver medalist. So that was fun. Now we'll be moving to the compound men's gold medal final. Coaches enter the field. Target number 1 from the United States of America, Braden Galantine. Who shot an incredible 150 to Christopher Schaff's 149 to get to this point. And target number 2 from Denmark, Martin Damsbo, who was your number 2 qualifier for the weekend. And he ran the bottom half of the bracket all the way to the gold medal match, defeating Sergio Pagni of Italy, 148-147.
So I know that both these archers are friends, so that always makes shooting a gold medal final that much more interesting when you're competing, but your competitor is also a personal friend.
Oh yeah, so this ought to be good, and should shape up to be a pretty good match here.
Yeah, I know both these archers have shot against each other for a long time. They respect each other, and
they like to pour the pressure on the opponent, huh?
Yes.
Braden has girlfriend Tanya Jensen in his box.
From Denmark, actually.
From Denmark. Where Martin's from. And the other Dane, Stefan Hansen, is in Martin's box.
10 points for Martin to start off this match.
Braden with a 10.
Points.
Braden started off the day and has increased his score every time. So he's been increasingly getting better.
10 points. It's hard to increase from a 150, but
yeah,
if he can match it out here, he'll be happy.
That was a 150 was the last game, so we'll see how if he can tie that.
10 points. He made a face, yet that arrow's inside out. So I wish mine did that. Another solid shot from Martin. 10-10-10.
Shaping up to be a great match here. All 10s on the board. And a 10 for Braden.
There's camera flash. So they're trying to make sure that no one has their flash on while the archers are trying to shoot. Luckily, both archers started with 10-10-10, so it clearly didn't mess them up. They were able to start strong.
Scores are confirmed, 30-30. Martin is shooting the new Logic 39 Prime bow with Excel sight, Doinker stabilizers.
Carbon Express arrows.
Carbon Express arrows, yep. Looks like he has biter on his shirt. True ball, AAE. Braden's shooting the new TRX 38 Matthews bow.
Yep, Easton arrows.
Easton arrows, Conquest stabilizers, Scott release, CBE sight.
10 for
10
Martin.
points.
Solid shot.
I shot with him all qualifying yesterday, and he shot very well. Dropped only 3 points to qualify number 2.
Yeah, in 60 arrows, so
Yes, that's remarkable.
very impressive.
He shot
Good
a
shot from Braden.
298 the first half and a 299 the second half.
So impressive. Both Martin and Braden are so used to this setting, and they've done this so many times.
9 points for Martin.
You
10
can
points
see
for Braden.
Braden doesn't look happy with any of his shots, yet
Yeah,
they
that
keep
was-
hitting the 10, so
That's a good forgiving bow if you get
Yes.
that. I think I would continue shooting that for a long time.
agreed. 10 points for Martin. Well, his final
Very
arrow.
close call on the
So
last one.
if Braden can shoot a 10 on this last arrow, that will give him a 1-point advantage,
Yep.
and he does it.
Indeed. 10-10-10. 60 points to 59 of Martin Damsbow. Yeah, I saw just a couple of those shots, one last end and one this end, where it looked like it wasn't as smooth as we're used to seeing with Braden, but the arrow found the 10 ring, and that's ultimately still great execution to be able to do that.
Yep.
And you were obviously not as far off as you thought you were.
Yeah.
So,
No, it's funny. You can see the frustration on his face, yet you wouldn't know that from
yes.
his impact on the target. But it just goes to show, how much time they put into their setup and their equipment, and how strong their execution really is. I bet by now, but neither of these guys are experiencing too much nerves in this gold medal final. They've done
No.
this so many times.
Yeah, they're seasoned veterans, and they're both probably in their 30s, if that. I don't know quite for sure how old Martin is, but I think he's around there.
I would agree.
Late 20s, early 30s, we'll call it. I don't want to get in too much trouble. I know I'm older than both, so. Martin's shooting first on target 2.
10
10
points for Martin.
points. Hanging around the edges, but as long as it's a 10, that's all that matters for Martin.
10
Braden
points for Braden.
is pounding the inside. Ten
10
for Martin.
It's a very solid shot.
Looks like that timing is just
10 for
spot
Braden.
on for Braden at this moment.
Ten points for
10,
Martin.
10 for Martin. Ten for Braden. Awesome shooting there.
So Martin knows now, being 1 point down from Braden, that missing any more and having a good chance at this gold medal is not an option. So Martin's going to have to plug away with really strong shots and hope Braden's going to give him a chance to come back.
Yeah, that's correct. He knows that Braden is shooting very good right now, and to give him any more than 1 point would be a disaster, because it doesn't look like Braden's going to miss any.
No, he's shooting very solid. At the 10 this small, though, it does take one small, tiny bobble to result in a 9.
Yep.
So you never know. I know Martin, this is definitely not over, and Martin just has to shoot strong and hope for the best.
Shoot 10s and continue to put the pressure on Braden to make a mistake. Martin will shoot first on target 2.
Just off the 10.
high.
So that'll be a 9 for Martin.
Nine
And a
for
9
Braden.
for Braden. So,
Back to where we were.
yeah.
No harm, no foul.
Surprised to see that from these two archers, but I'm sure they'll recover nicely. Yep, good 10 for Martin.
10 points inside out for Martin Damsbo.
Points from Braden.
Also inside out. Doesn't get much better. Ten points. Great shot.
He walks off the line, nodding his head. He's happy with that. And 10 points for Braden.
So still 1 point advantage for Braden Galantine. 119 to Martin Damsbo's 118. 1 in to go, 3 arrows. We'll see what happens.
So with 3 arrows left, Martin, without a doubt, is going to need to shoot a 30 on this last end and hope that Braden gives him one to force a tie. Quite honestly, I actually think in this situation, in Martin's situation, it's a little, I feel it's a little easier because you know what you have to do. And in Braden's situation, he's just trying to hold on to that lead. So it's just
I agree. I
such
think the
different
pressure.
mindsets.
I think the pressure is definitely on Braden to continue to shoot 10s. And for Martin, he knows what he has to do. He's got to shoot the 10s and see what happens. Both archers have been in this position before, so they definitely know what they have to do, and now it's all about execution. Martin will shoot first on target number 2.
Points for Martin.
Great shot.
Points for Braden. Points for
10
Martin.
points. Very nice. Continuing to put the pressure on Braden Galantine. Will he make a mistake or keep it in the 10? It's a 10.
10?
hard to beat a 10.
It is. So Martin knows he has to hit this last arrow to have a chance.
And he does.
And he does it.
Inside out.
So now
10.
the pressure is on Braden. It is a 10 for the win.
9.
And he finishes with a 9.
Just out the top, it looks like. Yes.
Just
There is a
off.
hole there, but it is probably about a 16th or 1/8 of an inch out. And we may have a shoot-off. Doesn't look like there's an asterisk to say that it's even close. So
It appears that we are going to have a 1-arrow close center shoot-off.
how exciting, huh?
I think this is the 4th one of the day. Everyone's trying to keep it interesting.
The level of shooting is just amazing.
Yep.
So it is a tie confirmed, 148 all. Martin put the pressure on and forced a shoot off against Braden.
Both archers congratulating each other and wishing each other luck heading into this last arrow. It's good to see that kind of sportsmanship out here at this level.
Yeah, and I don't. It's hard for me to think of anybody right offhand, but Martin is probably one of the nicest gentlemen out there.
He really is. He's one of the nicest guys out here on the field, and he will help anybody with anything.
Yeah.
I've seen him multiple times come over to the women's field and help. You know.
Yeah, he's very, very eager to lend a hand. He's very helpful, very nice, and very approachable.
Knowledgeable.
Very knowledgeable. Yep.
As well.
He works in the industry, so he's got to have a wealth of knowledge and an exceptional shooter. And he will shoot first in this 1-arrow closest to center, sudden death shoot-off for the gold medal and the Roma Archery Trophy. Little bit left.
Just left, so all Braden has to do now is
Hang the 10
10.
line, yeah. Hang the 10 line and he will win this. It is a 10.
And he does it.
Braden wins it. Braden Galantine of the United States of America has won the gold medal. Shooting a solid 10, about a half a shaft.
Both archers put on a show out there. That was very
That was an
impressive
incredible
shooting.
show. Good comeback by Martin. Great finish by Braden.
You can see the relief
And
on his face.
Yes, big sigh of relief for Braden. Some exceptional shooting on both ends.
Well, that wraps up our compound matches for the day.
Yep, compound is complete.
And those were both really exciting matches. So we actually, I guess we had 2 people from USA, man and women, just won the gold. So Alexis Ruiz and Braden Galantine.
That is correct. We will now move into the medal ceremony for the compound archers. Momentarily.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the victory ceremony for the compound women. Signor e signore, ci sono invenzioni per compound women.
So the compound women's award ceremony about to take place.
Medals will be presented by Roma Trophy
bronze medal. From Norway, Sunniva Lisveland.
Okay, let's see. Sorry for that, we had a problem with the computer. Third place, representing Norway, Sunniva Lisveland. Second place, silver medal, representing Luxembourg.
Second place, or silver medalist, Mariusz Golna from Luxembourg.
First place,
And your gold medalist from the United States of America, Alexis Ruiz. And Alexis is our friend, so we'll get to see that
Yeah,
ring.
we finally get to see the ring. That paid off after all. Congratulations to all three women. They had a great showing this week. We had a lot of competition. So just to be up there standing on that podium is a really huge accomplishment.
Some great shooting there throughout the day by all of them, all ladies there. That was some incredible shooting.
una cerimonia ancora poi andiamo alla vedersi le finali Recurve.
And now we'll get geared up for the Compound Men award ceremony.
And we are almost ready. Yes, we are ready. Ladies and gentlemen, the Indoor ceremony for the Compound Men. Signore e signori, la cerimonia di premiazione del Compound World.
So prior to that gold medal final, Sergio Pagni was able to beat Christopher Schaff of the USA in a one-arrow shoot-off. It was a very exciting match to earn himself the bronze medal.
Both archers shot a 149
Yes.
to get to that shoot-off.
Yeah, and Chris was able to make it to that point with a borrowed bow.
Yeah, that's incredible watching him shoot that bow, which was Toya Ellison's backup bow. And that was amazing. The qualification score that he shot and then the match scores today.
It just goes to show how good of an archer he is. He picked up
Yes.
that bow 10 minutes before scoring
Yes.
and
Yeah, that was incredible.
pulled off a fourth place finish. Well, Sergio Pagni is our bronze medal winner here at the Roma Archery Trophy.
Martin Damsbo is our silver medalist, representing Denmark. All three archers will receive bonus points for the World Cup final in Vegas, coming up in February
And Braden Galantine is our gold medal finalist here this weekend.
It's a good variation of bow manufacturers represented there. Prime, Matthews, Hoyt.
Congratulations to all the men on a great performance this weekend, and I know they'll all be in Nîmes.
They will all be in Nîmes, and they'll all be very, very tough competitors.
Yep.
We've seen it time and time again. So that wraps up the compound award ceremony for the men, and we will now start momentarily the Recurve women's final match, which will feature a Korean and Gabriella from the Netherlands.
Recently from the Netherlands.
Recently from the Netherlands. Formerly of Mexico.
Yep.
And the bronze medal match in the Recurve women's earlier today, Chae Young Kang defeated Chae Young Kim 6-4 to win the bronze medal match. And the archers are now arriving on range, and we've got Soo-Rin Kim, Korean archer, shooting on target number 1, and Gabriela Bayardo on target number 2 from the Netherlands. Both archers are ready. Miss Kim will shoot first on target number 1. Eight points.
Not something to see often from one of the archers from Korea.
Straight left, so it could have been lighting. You never know.
And
Gabriella
9
shoots a
from
9.
Gabby. She's also on the left side and adjusting her sight. 10 points. Nine points, just off the 10 for Gabby.
Nine points for Miss Kim, target number 1. 10 here, and Gabby can take this set. And looks like 8 points. 27-26. Soo-Rin Kim takes a 2-set point lead over Gabby Bayardo. Gabby has boyfriend Mike Schlosser in her coach's box.
That would be why she made the move from Mexico to the Netherlands.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's all making sense.
She used to actually shoot on Mexico's national team, and she put in her time, took her time off from World Archery, and is now able to actually represent Netherlands on their team. She's definitely a big asset to their team as well. She's a very, very strong competitor. So Gabby's going to start us off here on the second end. Nine points, just to the right of the 10. Also 9 points for Mrs. Kim on target 1. Nine points from Gabby. Almost in the same spot, a little bit on the right side. 10. Strong shot.
So we have a 10 and a 9 for Miss Kim, and a 9-9, and now a 10 for Gabriella. 28 points. A 9 here, and they'll split it. A 10, Soo-Rin Kim will win. And a 10 it is.
She does it.
4 points, 4 set point lead for Soo-Rin Kim of Korea on target number 1 over Gabriela Bayardo from the Netherlands.
See Miss Kim smiling.
Looks pretty loose.
Yes, looks very comfortable in this setting.
Taking advice from her coach.
And I know Gabby's no stranger to a finals venue, and it's always good when you have Mr. Perfect in your box. So
Yeah, I saw her shoot a tie break earlier in the day to get here, and very, very solid. Second 8. Split the line. I think she had a little bit of a form breakdown. That's why she was smiling. 9 for
9
Miss
points.
Kim. It's a must win for Gabriella to keep going. Another 8 for
8.
Gabriella.
it was very unlike her.
Yeah. 9 points. And a 7, it looks like. Very uncharacteristic of Gabriella.
Yeah, and she's, looking at her stuff confused as well.
And at 10 points for Soo-Rin Kim, and she will win the gold medal in 3 straight sets over Gabriela Bayardo, scoring 28 points to 23 points in that end.
So this is one of those examples where you can see that in recurve archery, the entire match can be settled in just 3 ends, so 9 arrows.
Yep, 3 quick ends. It goes quick. Kim Soo-Rin has won the gold medal. It has been confirmed.
Gabriela Bayardo will be your silver medal finalist this weekend.
Miss Kim was shooting a win-win bow, a Shibuya sight and Easton arrows. Gabriella was shooting a Hoyt with Easton arrows and an Excel sight.
All right, now that the women are wrapped up, we're moving into the final match of the day. And let me tell you, this is going to be an incredible match. We have Brady Ellison of the USA and Crispin Duenas of Canada. And they have met in the finals venue many times before, so I know this is going to be a very exciting match.
Yes, it's we look forward to ones like this. And this is just another matchup of two great archers. And I think someone poked a hole in the tent because the tent is collapsing.
Momentary pause, guys.
The archers were coming from underneath a tent where they were staging, and I think the air is coming out of the tent because it's slowly coming down. Maybe Toya Ellison poked an arrow in it. That's what I'm going to say.
We'll
She's
blame
got a
on
grin
Toya.
on her face. She's got a grin on her face, and she's in the coach's box for Brady Ellison already, so I'm not sure what's going on here, but we'll just blame it on
Toya.
Brady's wife, Toya.
It looks like Crispin isn't going to have a coach in his box tonight. He'll be the first archer without someone in his box.
Yep. Generally, Crispin has the national coach from Canada with him, but he did not. This time he was traveling alone. So he is going to coach himself through this match,
He's done
which
it
I'm
enough.
sure he's quite capable of.
He's done this enough.
Both archers are representing Hoyt and Easton and shooting Excel sights, Shrewd scopes, Doink or stabilizers for Crispin, Shrewd stabilizers for Brady. Both are good friends and have met, like Paige mentioned, many a times in this venue or this setup or this stage, shooting for gold. And we will see how this shakes out.
Both of these archers are incredible athletes. They're so consistent, and there's a reason that they're both here in this gold medal final tonight.
Both Olympians, former
Yes.
Olympians,
I think multiple
Olympics.
time
Yep.
Olympians.
Ten.
10 points to start off this match from Crispin. Nine
Nine.
points just off the 10 for Brady.
Ten.
10 points
Another
for
10.
Crispin.
Another 9 for Brady, still hugging that left side. Could be a lighting change from the practice range. And another 10 from Crispin,
10 for
so
Crispin, so he
unofficially
will
Crispin will take that set.
Take that first set, yeah. Now Brady's going to try to dial his in.
Now the 10 for Brady.
And he does it.
There's a 10, just
Still
left of
a
center.
little on the left side.
Recronometro Crispinella con un 30, score perfetto, inizia il primo set, al Ceremonies, Brady and Crispinella win the first set 2-0. Crispin is 32 years old, number 13 of the world at this stage, while Brady is 13, number 7 in the world.
I just mentioned that Brady is number 7 in the world. Crispin is 13 in the world rankings.
And both of them are, Crispin is 32, I think he said, and Brady just turned 30, so both of them are still very young, yet very seasoned.
Yes. I know Crispin is a physics teacher. So he's
I
a
didn't know that.
pretty smart gentleman there in Canada.
That's pretty impressive that he has an outside full-time job and
Mhm.
still shoots at this caliber.
Yes, yeah, it's a lot of training.
Not many recurve archers do that.
Yes.
So that's very impressive.
Brady's a full-time archer, so that's the difference there. Brady will lead off on target number 2. And
9
he shoots
points,
a 9
just left. He's definitely adjusting his sight there.
Crispin looks like a solid 10.
Yep, solid 10 from Crispin.
Okay.
10 points.
10 points from Brady. Finally did not hit left of center, so it looks like he has his sight dialed now. 10 points from Crispin. Some very solid shooting.
Ten.
10 points from Brady.
Back a little left-sided on that one.
He gave it another adjustment.
10 points.
10 points from Crispin.
10, 10, 10 for
So-
Crispin. He's running clean so far.
So
Forced
impressive.
that point lead.
I've watched these guys battle it out in the finals venue in Lancaster the last 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
It's always exciting to watch these two go head to head. So
Yeah, and the equipment that both of them are using are virtually identical. Brady has a little bit longer draw length, but they have a little bit different type of stabilizer, but they're in a similar, similar V-bar setup style. Exact same new Excel XP sight. Hoyt bow is identical, the new Hoyt bow. So, I mean, it's
their equipment, yeah, you're right.
it's
It's
virtually
very-
identical. Same scope.
Nine points for Brady. He looks a little confused with that shot.
He's moving his sight for an adjustment, and it's just not coming together.
Another 10 from Crispin.
There's a 10 for
From
Brady.
Brady.
A must-tie situation for Brady here if he wants to keep shooting. 10.
Another 10.
Crispin 10s this next arrow. It's done. And he would have shot 9 straight 10s to win every set.
Brady needs this 10.
He's
He
got
does it. So now all Brady can do is sit back and hope Crispin gives him a chance to continue shooting.
Little long
What
on
a
the
long
hold.
hold there.
And he's got a
And
10.
he does it. Another 10. Wow.
Congratulations, Crispin Duenas. 6 points, 3 straight sets. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
That is some impressive shooting from Crispin and
It's
a very well-earned gold medal.
It's hard to do that on this stage
Yes, it is.
and not falter at all, but he got it done, and he was the #1 qualifier, and he finished it off with a gold medal
Yeah.
here. So
Yep, he showed
some
us.
remarkable shooting by all the archers.
Yeah, that was incredible. And also congratulations to Brady on a great weekend and a good showing. I know he doesn't come here to take second. I'm sure he's frustrated, but sometimes that's how it goes. And Crispin definitely earned his gold medal this weekend.
Yes, he did. And that's some well-deserved 10s there.
Well, that is going to conclude the matches this evening. All we're going to have left is our,
Medal ceremonies.
that will conclude.
Recurve women first, then recurve men, and then we will
And then,
wrap this up at the Roma Archery Trophy, 3rd stage of the Indoor World Series. The next stage will be Nîmes, France, in about 30 days from now. So we'll complete the new year, the holiday, the Christmas holiday and the new year, and head to France for the 4th stage. And then we'll wrap it up in Las Vegas, which the Vegas shoot will count as part of this Indoor World Series, and then we'll conclude it on Saturday night in Las Vegas. with the Indoor World Cup Finals.
Yes,
So,
it's going to be a fight in Nîmes trying to earn some more points.
yes.
For
Nîmes
the
is a big points
finals.
payout.
Yes.
If you can cash in there, you're going to get a lot of points. For example, this event gives you a bonus of 250 points for first. And Nîmes will award 1,000 points. So it's 4 times the event as far as points are concerned in Nîmes. So we'll see in the end who the top 16 archers are.
Yep.
That will make the World Cup final in Las Vegas. But this is definitely one of those that if you can get some points here, definitely takes a little bit of pressure off to make that cut, in Las Vegas for the World Cup final. So the women recurve champions, all 3 medalists, are making their way to the stage. Korean Lee Jong-young is our bronze medalist. I'm sorry, that's the men's in the wrong division.
We have 2 podium finishes for Korea, and 3 of the top 4 archers were from Korea, and then we have Gabby from the Netherlands.
Yes, so the bronze medalist is Kang Chae-young. As I am now on the women's recurve. The silver medalist will be Gabriela Vallardo, and our gold medalist, Kim Soon-rin. Kang Chae-young has just been announced.
That was Chae-young Kang with the bronze medal.
Chae-young Kang, yes.
Gabriela Bayardo is our silver medalist.
And our gold medalist, Kim Soo-rin, winning that gold medal 6-0 just a moment ago. So the Koreans are shooting the win and win bow, and Gabriella from the Netherlands was shooting the Hoyt bow.
Congratulations to our 3 podium finishers here this weekend from the women's recurve division.
now I can get the recurve men's bronze medalist correct, which was Lee Jung-young. Brady Ellison will be your silver medalist, and Crispin Duenas the gold.
Definitely excited to see this ring they keep talking about.
Lee Jung-young has been announced the bronze medalist. From the Republic of Korea. Brady Ellison has been announced your silver medalist in the United States of America.
No stranger to the podium, that's for sure.
That is correct. And Crispin Duenas, your gold medalist representing Canada.
With 9 straight 10s in the gold medal final.
Score.
Still so impressed by that.
We might have another Mr. Perfect on our hands.
I know. I think he needs the nickname.
Fantastic shooting by all, for sure. And that concludes our award ceremony, I believe.
Thank you guys for tuning in and watching these gold medal finals here in Rome this weekend. And we hope that you guys stay tuned and watch anything coming from World Archery or any of our upcoming tournaments through the next season.
Nîmes will be fun. I'm sure Vegas as well.
Yeah, there's a few upcoming tournaments between now and then. You can hear the crowds excited.
I think they were excited to come to Rome, and I think this was a very well organized event. So
yeah, no, it was a great tournament, had a great turnout.
I think it'll grow from here for sure.
I really do too. It was a really good weekend. So congratulations to all the archers on their podium finishes this weekend and on great performances all around. And we look forward to being with you guys again soon.
Have a good rest of your weekend.